Everybody was there, I'm told, celebrating Christmas there at the end of Christmas night, and that's when this terrible, tragic accident occurred.
A Central Kentucky teenager critically injured after police say he was shot by accident. Plus, how this man recruited investors in his $1 million Ponzi scheme. And a perfect post-Christmas shopping storm full of sales and gift card mania. Some tips for your shopping spree coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Good evening to you. An accidental shooting in Central Kentucky has landed a teenager in the hospital. Frankfort police say a juvenile was shot last night while celebrating Christmas with loved ones. Jerica Insco has the latest on the investigation. It's our top story at 5:30.
Frankfort police tell us this accidental shooting happened just before midnight. With a tragedy like this on Christmas Day, it has prompted police to again push gun safety.
Anytime there's a loaded firearm in the house, there's the potential there for danger. So you should always, if you're handling a firearm, always handle it as if it were loaded, even if you think that it isn't.
It all happened when police say family and friends were gathered for the holiday at a home on Taylor Avenue.
Everybody was there, I'm told, celebrating Christmas there at the end of Christmas night. And that's when this terrible, tragic accident occurred.
Police tell us that accident left a 16-year-old boy shot in the head somehow. That's the 911 call they were dispatched to, and the team was rushed to Frankfort Regional Medical Center, then airlifted to UK Hospital. As for what happened just before the shooting, Frankfort police can't say, only sharing that it was not intentional. At last check, we've learned the teen is still in critical condition. Jerica Insco, WKYT.
And Frankfort police say they are still investigating what led up to that shooting. It has been a beautiful Friday around the Bluegrass, but don't get used to it. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is in the First Alert Weather Center tracking some changes and some wet changes, huh?
Yeah, I wish I had better news for this prolonged holiday week and now into the weekend, because today's sun getting ready to be replaced by a lot of clouds and rain. Seeing some of those clouds showing up now in our live cams from across Kentucky into Richmond. Still a little sunshine, although Lexington, Covington, or Frankfort, more in the way of clouds and those temperatures that are right at 50 degrees. As a matter of fact, it's 50 in just about each and every spot that we look at in parts of the Bluegrass region. Those aforementioned clouds are thicker the farther west and southwest that we go, and those clouds that are thickening are going to be right on top of us later tonight and certainly into our Saturday and our Sunday. Finding some rains breaking out into parts of Memphis, Tennessee, down the mighty Mississippi, and back into parts of Arkansas. All of that is heading toward Kentucky. So we've got rain for the weekend. If you're traveling late tomorrow into Sunday, that's when you're really going to run into the bulk of the precipitation. Temperatures this weekend, after spiking again tomorrow, slowly taking a tumble into Sunday and Monday. And for the New Year's Eve and New Year's Day travel period, cold is eyeing the Bluegrass state. Can we find anything wintry, though, in that 7-day forecast, Amber? We'll show you that when I come back in just about 10 minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you. The promise of huge returns in a short period of time, it is a major red flag for potential investors. As Sam Dick reports, it's often an irresistible lure for far too many looking to hit it big.
If the hair on the back of your neck stands up, then there might be something wrong with this investment.
In other words, if your instincts tell you to avoid investing in something, do some research before making your next move. The investors in David Wright's Commodity Investment Group wish they had done that.
Mr. Wright decided to get some of his fellow friends to invest in a commodities group, which he had told his potential investors that they were going to be investing in oil, corn, grain, and investing in quick trip service gas stations.
Wright was a teacher who also ran a successful painting business.
He basically went to his fellow teachers who trusted him and knew that David ran a successful business, so he figured that David might be able to make them some money.
Wright told investors they could make up to 18% on their money in just 30 days.
Once he got one investor to come in, he would pay a prior investor their interest.
Wright was successful for a while. 25 victims lost almost $1 million.
He had a lot of initial investors that actually made money. So these people actually went and told their family members. This was great advertisement for David Wright and his whole Ponzi type scheme and investment, because if you get your first investors that get paid, they're going to tell other investors who will want to come in and jump on the bandwagon and try to earn a great return on their money.
But like all Ponzi scams, the bottom fell out.
Mr. Wright was almost relieved that we came knocking at his door, and during the interview, it came completely clean on the whole Ponzi scheme.
The money is all gone. Postal inspectors say be careful of any investment offering big money in a short period of time.
That's a return that's too good to be true.
And that was Sam Dick reporting. Wright pled guilty and was sentenced to 2 years in prison and ordered to pay more than $800,000 in restitution. Well, stores across Lexington are packed with holiday shoppers. Many people are returning unwanted items, while others are looking to spend gift cards on after Christmas sales. Rebecca Smith was in the middle of the madness, and she has a look at traffic both inside and outside Fayette Mall. It's new at 5:30.
Now, there is some good news if you're headed to Nicholasville Road by way of West New Circle Road. The blasting project that has been going on there has actually been halted. It won't start back up until after the first of the year. The mall opened about 7 o'clock this morning, giving folks an early start to that after Christmas shopping. A lot of folks looking for new gifts, maybe items for themselves, right? Also things like gift exchanges and returns. According to the National Retail Federation, a survey showed that just under 35% of people said that they returned a gift last holiday season. If you're planning to do that, you want to make sure you have a gift receipt. We found one shopper who said that she's got some returns as well as some gift cards. Now, a lot of times people forget that they have gift cards if they hold off on using them for too long. But this one shopper said she totally understood that, but she's ready to do some shopping with her gift card.
I like to go into J. Crew and Banana Republic and just check out their sales. I try to stay away from Victoria's Secret. It's a little crazy there.
Reporting in Lexington, Rebecca Smith, WKYT.
And this note for you, when it comes to gift cards, changes to federal law now require a company to wait 5 years after date of issue for it to be considered expired. We are less than 24 hours away now from the big game. Number 1 ranked UK heads to number 4 ranked Louisville tomorrow. The battle for the Bluegrass will also be a battle of the unbeatens. The Cats and the Cards will hit the hardwood in the Yum Center at 2 tomorrow afternoon. For UK, it's their first true road test. You're going to hear from Coach John Calipari on the game coming up later in sports. But before tomorrow's big game, UK and Louisville fans are already starting to show their spirit. We sent our videographer Darnell Crenshaw to the barber shop where he found a Cardinal fan in a sea of blue. Take a listen.
You know, it's a lot of back and forth going on all year long. And after what happened in the football game, we're really looking forward to this basketball game.
I'm Coach E. That's my name. I'm Coach E. I coach from the TV. And, you know, and I tell them what to do, and they do it. Sure, I think we're ready to go down there and beat Louisville down there tomorrow.
In the last 10 minutes will belong to us.
And, you know, and all we have to do is play our game.
So the Cardinal Mike, he's a fanatic. I hear him pulling up right now. With this Louisville car, I'm gonna call a tow truck.
You know, I don't know why he got the big red car with them big red flags sitting off the side of it.
Every time I pull up, I gotta represent my team. When I get out of my car, they will either lock the door or tell me to stand in one spot and won't let me go no further in the store. I have people, they throw the fingers up at me, you know. Do you have some? They won't take pictures of me in my car.
That's kind of wild. But hey, to each his own. Louisville gonna still lose today, so it's all good. Hope he'll get it painted blue once he get done.
I have to pull my red. See what he's saying? He's saying, go catch. He need to keep both hands on the steering wheel. When I walk in the barbershop, it's quiet. It is on. I'll ring the bell today and tomorrow.
If we don't put you in blue, we're gonna make you feel blue.
No, we're not. I don't even have a blue Monday. I don't even have a blue Monday. I don't even play the blues. Rick got a surprise.
Is he a magician?
He gonna be one tomorrow.
He better be David Copperfield.
I'm gonna represent, regardless of what the outcome is. I'm gonna represent.
The true story is checking in with those folks on Monday after the outcome. Coleman has been a U of L fan since 1975, and although he says most of his friends are UK fans, he says there's no chance he will change sides. Still to come, a Christmas surprise for a Louisville veteran. His family says he tells his war stories every year, but this year his daughters were able to give him a new one.
Congress is taking a recess again, so we're taking a look back at this year in Washington. I'm Jacqueline Policastro. The 2014 highlights are next.
And Christmas may be over, but law enforcement say the threat of package thefts is still around. We'll tell you what to do with those present boxes and bags coming up on WKYT News at 6. It is certainly never a dull moment in the world of politics. Throughout 2014, lawmakers on Capitol Hill battled with each other and the White House. Washington Bureau Chief Jacqueline Policastro gives us a look at the biggest political stories of the year.
Here inside the U.S. Capitol, it was a year full of major political headlines, partisan bickering, and some voting on legislation. Let's take a look. Unemployment, immigration, Obamacare.
Mr. Speaker.
President Obama kicked off 2014 with his 5th State of the Union address, warning Congress he planned to push his agenda, even if it meant he had to do it all by himself.
Wherever and whenever I can take steps without legislation to expand opportunity for more American families, that's what I'm going to do.
The go-it-alone attitude in Obama's speech dominated this year in Washington as conservatives and liberals battled with the president publicly. One of the biggest stories of the year, the botched Obamacare rollout. Dozens of veterans died as a result of an internal cover-up at the Department of Veterans Affairs, leading to the resignation of the VA chief. The biggest win of the year came in November, when Republicans won control of the Senate.
Made it clear election day. They want to get things done.
Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Protesters marched to the Capitol asking for justice for all in response to decisions not to indict police officers in the deaths of 2 black civilians.
This is what democracy looks like.
And lawmakers weighed in on the explosive report about CIA torture tactics.
I'd do it again in a minute.
This year, lawmakers voted to avert a government shutdown at the last minute, but there are still a ton of legislative leftovers. You can expect there to be a battle over immigration reform and the Keystone Pipeline early in the year. The Department of Homeland Security's budget runs out in February, leaving lawmakers plenty to argue about in 2015. Reporting in Washington, I'm Jacqueline Policastro.
A Louisville man gets a Christmas gift from his family that was nearly 70 years in the making. Bud Koshua never served on a World War II battlefield. He doesn't consider himself a hero, but he did serve his country stationed in Alaska's Aleutian Islands, keeping communication lines open. At the end of the war, he was ready to leave his military achievements behind and come back to Louisville to see his future wife. So this Christmas, his daughters found his dispatch papers and something more.
You earned more than the Meritorious Service Award, Dad. Those are all the medals and ribbons you earned while serving in World War II. I'll just let you take
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
We all love you.
How about that? A family friend in the military helped find all the medals and mounted them together for Mr. Koshua.